You know, we've talked about it, Dave. As a matter of fact, we both talked to the King about it. He's not one of these guys who has a history of playing it the safest in the world, and he ended up in a match in which his Southern belt was against that flaky handicap belt that Hart has in there, and Hart brought him in a new partner. This is a guy I not only never saw before, never heard of before. Either. Hart says his name is Sabu, the wild man from Borneo. Well, let me tell you, and I chuckled up my sleeve about Hart's description of the thing. Let's take a look at some of the action, and you'll get a little better look at who this partner that Hart brought in was. I want you to see this. Remember now, the Southern heavyweight belt was against this handicap match, and that is Sabu, the wild man from Borneo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next bout will be a special match.
Only reason he did it was to get Hart in the ring. Boy, look at this guy move. Whoa! Unbelievable speed, and look at this. Gets a count of one, no danger really, but you always have to be careful. Lawler flips him over, and caught in between. 1, 2. Suddenly finds himself facing a legitimate, absolute surprise. Look at this guy move. Big drop kick, and Lawler is down. Lawler with his arms pinned around the ropes on a corner, and he nailed Sabu, but Sabu never flinched. He busted Lawler with a double-handed chop, and Hart is in ecstasy. He's running up and down, hopping and skipping on the ring apron, and Lawler is still staring in amazement. What is this?
This guy is really unbelievable. Has Lawler in the corner.
I've been interested in watching that bewildered look on Lawler's face. Oh boy, no bewildered look now, a look of pain as the wild man stings him in both ears. The wild man comes in and zings Lawler right in the throat. Hart escaped again. Wow. Headbutt. Lawler down. 1, and Jerry kicks out at the count of 2. Lawler slammed. The referee trying to get Hart out of the ring, and Hart and Calhoun, who have no love for each other, battling in the corner as the wild man has Lawler pinned. Count of 1, 2. Jerry took his time. He wasn't worried till the count started. And again, he's throttling Lawler with that move. Jerry pushed him off. And he really crunched Lawler that time. Lawler just made it. Lawler, let me tell you, is in serious, serious trouble with this guy. Drives his head into the midsection. Well, we haven't counted Jerry out by a long shot. I think all of you know him too well. He has great recuperative power, tremendous stamina. But part of it just left as again Sabu buried his head into the midsection. Crowd sees Lawler get nailed and senses the King about to make one of those patented returns to action after being beat around by this wild man. Lawler whips that top down. And here he comes. And the wild man coming up behind Lawler. Grabs him and zeroes him. We told you about that collar. He's got it wrapped around his hand. 2, 3. Good night. Hart wins the Southern Heavyweight title. Well, I kind of, in the excitement and the amazement on the thing, I couldn't believe it. I said Hart won it. Actually, Sabu was the guy that got the pin on the thing, and it just was a stunning situation in there, and one that we regret, but I can tell you somebody who regrets it a whole lot more than we do, and that's the King.